What the hell was that?
Well, it certainly wasn't defense.
No, seriously, that was awful.
Yeah, you guys really suck at hockey.
Yeah, well, we're working on it.
You should work harder.
Come on now, these things take time. Months, years.
Decades, even.
Very funny. Still, it's a weird game. Held you to 17 shots through like 50 minutes.
Yeah, bad habit. Playing down to the competition.
You had 4 goals at that time.
Exactly. Imagine if we shot more.
Alright, cut the crap. You're starting to piss me off.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too if I just watched... God, what would you even call that?
You want to go, Cream Puff?
Cream Puff? Really? You had Boston Cream sitting right there, and you go with Cream Puff?
Ew. Those donuts are gross and suspicious.
Kind of like San Jose, huh?
Good game, man.
Yeah, good game, man. I'll see you at the trade deadline.
Nah, those comments are going to cost you an extra 3rd rounder.
Worth it.
Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team. That is a dub. Yes. Yes. I mean, it's a W expected, of course. And let's be honest, this is probably going to be one of the shorter videos because what did we learn from this one? Nothing. Nothing. In almost every game of the season, 82 games, and then the playoffs, of course, there is something to learn. There is something to look at and go, ooh, that's something to focus on, something to look at, something to work on, whatever. What is a lesson you take from this game? That Reimer should not play the Boston Bruins? Which turns out someone fact-checked me on Twitter. I appreciate it. I sound bitter. I'm not. That Reimer actually has really good numbers against the Bruins. Didn't tonight, but career-wise, really good numbers against us. Just some horrible losses. Horrible losses. It's straight up traumatic for the guy. Can we not have him play us? Because it feels unfair at this point. But seriously, like, what do we learn? We just played this team a couple weeks ago, something like that, and they're not good. They're not a good team. Meyer, Hurdle, and Carlson, if they make a couple plays, they can make it interesting. But at any point during this game where you like, wow, the Bruins are really giving their all, or when you're sitting there going, wow, the Sharks suck. And I don't mean to be offensive or rude. I really like the Sharks. They're one of my top 5 like favorite teams to watch. Not this year, but like teams that you root for. They're right up there. Because the Worcester Sharks, well, it was the Worcester Ice Cats when I was growing up. Like that was a team that I had locally. And that was a Sharks affiliate. God, right? God, going back a while. But the Sharks have always been a team I kind of rooted for. And they're terrible. They're so bad. I don't even know how they fix it without being terrible for the next 5 years, too. It just never seemed like the Bruins were really trying. It looked like a varsity team against a JV team, and the varsity squad was like, this could be kind of fun. You want to try to style on them? And then we styled on them and still scored. Oh my gosh. What? I love it. I sound like disappointed, but that was not a professional hockey game. What did we finish the game with? 20-something shots? Not like 24 shots? I don't even know how many shots. But not a lot. Because we just weren't pushing the pace. We weren't really trying to do much. We were just like, let's just get through it. It's a team that knew they're going onto a 5-game road trip before the All-Star break. And, I mean, you could expect some losses in there. Like, let's just beat the Sharks and get out of here. Olmark is in net. He was fantastic, I guess. Really, really easy night for him. Does not get credited with a shutout as far as I'm aware because Swayman made a save. We'll get into that. Carlo, he's in. Didn't miss a game. He had a few days off, which is always helpful, but that bad bruise, we're going to call it, from the shot block in the Rangers game, he was back. He was great. Nosek out for 4 weeks. Kopanen, which is how he wants his name pronounced, I guess. Kopanen. He's going to slot in on that 4th line. And look. I wanted Merkulov to get called up, but Koponen looked great tonight. I mean, the whole fourth line looked really good, so I want to give credit to Koponen. That's according to Jack. That's the way he wants it pronounced, so that's what we're going with. 1,000th game for Matt Falconer as the equipment manager of the Boston Bruins. Let's give him a little shout out. Good job by you, buddy. Hey, look, 1,000 games. That's a lot of games. He's been with the team for a long, long time. You love to see guys like that get recognized because they're the unsung heroes of the team. They matter, man. They really matter. Also, it's Make-A-Wish night, which is just what it's all about. It really is. I love seeing the just massive smiles on the kids' faces. They get all excited. One of them did ask Marchand to score a goal, and by golly, did he try. He really tried. I hope he gives Marchand a pass on that one. But I love Make-A-Wish night. I love the fundraiser stuff they do in general because it feels like it makes a difference. And that's what sports should be, right? They're entertaining, but let's have some positivity in there that really changes people's lives as well. So you love to see that kind of stuff. Kind of on a similar note, as we get closer to the trade deadline and we get more and more anxiety about the trade deadline and we start disagreeing about more and more with what we want to do and we start to argue with people and let's take a step back, and I'm begging you, do not stop enjoying the season for what it is. Don't rob yourself of that joy. The playoffs will get here, and then we can worry about it. Let's have fun with the trade deadline. I know it's about winning a cup this year, but please don't rob yourself of the joy of just watching this team, because it's so much fun this season. And I'd hate to see, I see it all the time on Twitter. I see it from various people. Sometimes people message me about it, where they're like, well, they got to do this. And there's a difference between messaging me about it and still enjoying the season and knowing that has to happen. That's fine. But some people are just so eagle-eyed in on cup or bust that they're not enjoying any of this. They're just actually getting more and more frustrated because they don't believe the team will actually do it in the playoffs. Just make sure to enjoy the regular season is what I'm trying to say. All that being said, disagreeing is what makes this all fun. So let's disagree with respect because things are about to get real crispy over the next month and a half. We're going to have a really good time. We got some stuff planned. It'll be a lot of fun. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Puck drops! 27 seconds in. Hurdle, Meyer, and Carlo. It's really Hurdle and Carlo go into the boards hard, dislodge a pane of glass, and Meyer comes in and bah! On the back of Carlo immediately. They get in a little tussle and then shed him. And yeah, Meyer gets a couple of shots in early. Carlo ends up going down to the room, which was a huge panic moment. I do not know if this was concussion spotting or if it was simply an equipment issue or what. Maybe he had to get a stitch or two. But with his concussion history, you got really concerned really quickly. He was back. He played great. Each one of them goes 5 minutes for fighting. With less than 30 seconds in, we already have a fight between Meyer and Carlo, of all people. Not two I would have gone through probably 30 players between the two teams before I mentioned either one of their names. Just a weird mix there. The first 7 minutes of the game really set the tone in general, but 7:16 in, Marchand gets his zone and does a full lap. He goes left, all the way around to the right, and then up on the blue line, and then left wall, and then tries to feed it into the slot. It bounces right back to him. He recovers and chucks the puck up to Lindholm on the left point. Lindholm then strides his way to the center of the blue line, and fake shot goes right around Asamon. And just sniper Rooney and cheese. Top blocker. And it's 1-0. We're less than 7.5 minutes in. We've dominated the puck up to this point. And that is a nasty, nasty goal going right around Asamon. I think it's Asamon. How you say it? Goes right around him and buries this thing. 1-0. Highlight reel goal. 4:24 left in the period. It's been all us the whole period. Not a ton of shots. We're missing the net a ton, but it's all possession for us. Carlson draws a holding call from Koponen. We're going to go on the penalty kill. We kill it, no problem. 1-0 after 1. On to the second, start of the second. A Meyer hurdle 2-on-1 is broken up by Carlo on the back check. Looks like it's going to be a 2-on-1, but Carlo gets behind hurdle, disrupts it just enough so that he misses the net. One of those plays that looks huge. You actually call Carlo out for it. But it's something that he consistently does before it even gets at 2-on-1. Just got to give the guy credit. I know a lot of people don't like Carlo, but I really think he deserves a little more respect. 3:42 in. Asamont for interference. Marchand goes for holding. That's a good call on both of them. 4v4 for 2. 4:03 in, so we're about 20 seconds into it. Where did this come from? 4 men on the blue line for San Jose, just stacking up right there. And McAvoy with pace goes through the neutral zone, dekes through Meyer along with one other defender, gets right in on Reimer, and goes inside. Reimer bites hard. He says thank you very much, swings back to the outside, dunks it. Woo! Time for a little Selly action, and it's 2-0 off of 2 highlight reel goals for the defenders. It's almost like neither one wanted to be outdid by the other. McAvoy certainly doesn't want to take a backseat as the guy. He's the first pairing guy. And I wouldn't say Lindholm's better than McAvoy. I would not say that at all. But Lindholm's had the more flashy season so far. And I think Mac just went, all right, watch this. Because I think that's the kind of game they had, is they just went, fuck it, let's try it. Ah, what a beautiful game. 6:56 in, fourth line going to work. It's 30 seconds of zone time, which do not underestimate how much zone time that is. And it's puck retrievals, and it's board battles, and it's cycling the puck, and it's pucks to the net. It's a gorgeous set of just effort plays. It peaks with the puck getting up to Lindholm in the high slot. It fires a hard low shot in on Reimer. Before it gets there, Foligno gets a stick on it and tips it over the glove. It's 3-0. Foligno's getting in on the action. A fourth line goal. 3-0. A well-earned fourth line goal. The fourth line was tremendous in this game. 12:01 left. Asamont again for tripping. Power play. No dice. 9:23 left. Asamont again for interference. Power play. No dice. 4:23 left. Too many men. Penalty kill. We kill it. It's 3-0 at the end of 2. This game's not even close to in doubt. I mean, I was actually also watching the Jets blow a 3-0 lead against the Flyers. The Jets end up winning. It just didn't seem like the same team, though. It didn't feel like the Bruins were capable of blowing that lead tonight. Now, some nights, certainly capable. Not tonight. Third period starts up. $1:29 in. Ferraro for elbowing. Power play. Set up. Almost clear. McAvoy at the right point. Keeps it in. He grabs it. Comes down the right wall. You want to talk about outdoing each other. This pass, I can't think of a better pass. I can't think of one. This was across the slot. 3 sticks in the lane. No one could get a stick on it. It's hard. It's fast. It's tape to tape as Pasta knee down one-time slap shot. Beats Reimer short side 4-0. This team crushes those who can't put up some sort of resistance. And I'm telling you, they were not sweating. They simply were not sweating. 12 minutes left. What robs Ullmark of his shutout. Skate blade comes off. Swayman has to come in because we iced the puck. So the ref was like, you have to get another goalie on the ice now. So we do. And the ref gave us a little leniency there. It did take a minute. But we get Swayman in on the ice. He makes a save. I do believe, and I'm not entirely sure, if he had not had to make a save, I believe Ullmark still gets credited for a shutout. But because he made a save, it is a shutout for them combined. Neither player gets full credit for it. Which is fair, I guess, but sucks. 2:35 left. Meyer for tripping. Power play. We do nothing with it. That's it. That's the game 4-0. And there's nothing to learn here. Game notes. There's nothing to learn. What do we take from this game? Seriously, do you have anything you would take from this game? The check line was bad. I just have to come to terms with, like, the check line is bad some nights and great others. Like, that's just it. And bad not in the sense of, like, wow, we're giving up a lot of scoring chances. They gave up more than they created, sure, but they just couldn't create any offense. Through 2 periods, they did not create a 5-on-5 shot on goal. I don't even know if they created one in the third. They might have gone the whole game without actually doing that. I don't think so, though, because I'm pretty distinctly remember Zaka going in on Reimer at one point. That's it. That's my game note. Goalies had a tremendously easy night. Oli had a very easy night. And there's nothing to learn from this game. And it's not an insult. It's simply the truth. There's nothing to learn from this one. Let's move on. The 5-game road trip. Gauntlet? Gauntlet? We are the Gauntlet. Like, comment, subscribe. Go Bees. Go Bees!